also have Kyner now, and triple changers, another one of the many gimmicks that Transformers went through. Honestly, the rope of the disguise things always worked fine for me, so I was never really saw the reason for gimmicks. The pretenders were a bit of a line, and then we got into the weird pretenders that I learned about, which is, yeah. Hey, Kai?
Yes.
Do you know that there were pretenders that transformed into cars and then opened into Transformers that turned into cars?
Yes.
Yeah. Which ones? The Ultra Pretenders or the Pretender vehicles?
Both.
Because the Pretender vehicles, were...
I watched the video.
Yeah, no, those didn't have a shell inside the vehicle. No.
But
So,
okay. I was just about to say,
I will say, though, Triple Changers isn't so much a gimmick as... Because Blitzwing and Astro Train were already being made for Diaclone.
So I was going to say, was this the start where Hasbro was like, hey, we can make a gimmick out of this?
I mean, those are the two I always think of, honestly, but on another...
They are the first ones you think of, because they were the first ones.
And then of the Autobot 3 Triple Changers, there's Springer. Sandstorm's most interesting characterization was that time he was a serial killer.
Well then. Anyway, we're about to head into this, and I'm going to learn...
That was such a matter of fact. Well then.
Well, every time, you guys, it's like you only can try and slap something in my face so many times. To the point where I'm not that surprised unless you get something crazier.
This week's episode is sponsored by Patreon supporter Amelia Sapphire, who requested a look at the history of Transformers with multiple alternate modes.
Oh.
Regular Cybertronians can usually only transform into one thing at a time, and need to scan a new alternate mode if they want to change what they turn into. But some have the special ability to change into
that reminds me, the other day, besides the triple changer, I saw a video of someone using that, getting a giant Scorponok toy, and then it has a headmaster that turns into a little, turns into his normal form, and then that one also has a headmaster. It's a Matryoshka doll of headmasters.
That's technically how Fortress Maximus works.
Like if I was a rich man, that's probably a gift met with like.
You might be thinking of the Earthrise one.
Yeah, probably Earthrise.
Because that was the one that slapped fucking... I don't remember what they called. I think they called the middle version Zarek. Because they just wanted to make a Scorponok that actually stand toe-to-toe with Fort Max for once.
That's fair. And I wanted it badly, and I couldn't get it.
They just reissued it, dude.
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
I'm broke.
You have my sympathy.
But yeah, that's something I would...
I don't regret my birthday choices,
if I was
I have a lot of Warhammer.
Like I said, if I was a rich man, that's the kind of thing I would give for, like, birthday presents. But yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend that, actually, no, Scorponok literally was my birthday gift this year. I'm still waiting on the pre-order to come in.
Oh, cool. Anyway, further into the triple changers.
More distinct alternate modes without having to rescan in between. The first, most famous, and most numerous kind of robot with this skill were the triple changers.
You say that like I'm supposed to know who that is.
As the name implies, triple changers have 3 separate modes: robot and 2 alternate modes. Whether
the weakness of the other 4, they were relegated to Season 3.
Ah.
Okay. Modes
That's why Blitzwing and Astro Train managed to stick out.
Operate in different environments. Usually one is ground-based, and the other lets them fly. But that's not a hard and fast rule. The triple changer name and concept originated in 19... in the Japanese toy line, Diaclone. This year, 2 figures with this special 3-way transformation feature were released. The Jet Fighter type, which converted into a MiG-25 jet plane and a Type 74 tank, and the Helicopter type, which turned into a jet fighter.
He has a name and I can't remember it.
He does touch on him later.
Transformed into a space shuttle and a JRM Class 51 steam train was designed, but it wasn't released. This unproduced space shuttle figure and the jet fighter type were both licensed by Hasbro, who released the pair in 1985 as part of the second year of the Transformers toy line. even reusing the Triple Changer name for
I mean, it
Diaclone.
fits.
Both figures were released as Decepticons.
Yeah.
The jet fighter type became Blitzwing, while the space shuttle became Astrotrain. To complement these two figures,
Fun
four
fact,
further brand new Triple Changers were then designed for the
Astrotrain's entire set of fictional appearances were all based on a prototype from a catalog.
You know, he was about to mention that.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he mentions it.
Oh,
That tends to happen a lot when we're watching these, to be honest.
Decepticon,
you are just a vector sigma of Transformers knowledge for some reason.
Before time was, I was.
Pretty much.
a fuel tanker truck and jetliner, and 3 Autobots: Springer, a futuristic car and helicopter, Broadside, an aircraft carrier and jet fighter, and Sandstorm, a dune buggy and search and rescue helicopter.
Unfortunately, Broadside is very much the
These
weakest
6
of
figures
these.
were the only ones sold under the Triple Changer name in the original toy line, and they remain the most famous examples of the concept, with new toys of all 6 having been
Yeah, my
made
first
for
one was-
decades since the originals were released.
Let's see
I
here.
still have my Legend Springer.
I kind of want this
Legends?
one. It looks
Not
good.
Legends.
I like the
I think it
design.
actually is pretty good. It comes with miniature aerial bots.
What was the name again? Let me look up here. I'll put that on my
Broadside.
phone.
That's Broadside.
Let's see.
Titan's Return. I don't know what Astro Train that is, whether that's Siege or Titan's Return. I think that's Siege. Titan's
Let's see here. Yeah, I think the Blitzwing and Astro Changer Siege, Octane's Power of the Primes. Not power.
No, the Octane and the Blitzwing are both Titan's Return. You can tell from Blitzwing's gun, and I don't think they made an Octane after that.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Also, they were inexplicably sold as Megatron and Optimus Prime molds first.
Weird.
Yeah, that was something that Hasbro did for a while.
Yeah, they Astro
yeah.
Train in the same line.
As
Sentinel.
Sentinel Prime. The first toy of Sentinel Prime.
And he was a fucking
Oh.
choo-choo rocket.
That's funny.
Let's
I
see,
have
yeah.
my- I still have my classics Springer, and I'm playing around with them just to.
I got my Thrilling 30 Springer around here somewhere. I got that Thrilling 30 Sandstorm. I have a Thrilling 30 Blitzwing. I don't like him.
Hmm.
He's not a good toy. Like, he's the reason we didn't get flywheels for BotCon 2015 because, well, they made a battle trap out of Thrilling 30 Springer. And it's like, well, what about flywheels? You got that perfect jet plane hybrid. And the reason they gave, when asked about it, Thrilling 30 Blitzwing sucks.
Huh.
Which, objectively, yes. It's
Let's
not a good...
see if I remember how to transform Springer. You're gonna hear ratchet joints because
Oh, I can already hear him.
I
What
love
was
ratchet
classic
joints.
Springer? Was he the evac recolor?
Yep,
I
that's
don't know.
that's what that mold is.
Anyway, we're going head forward. While you play with your toys.
Yeah, they came to War Within comic.
But while they were the first, they're far from the only 3-mode Transformers out there.
I'm not surprised.
My first was Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave, and he's not very good.
With 3 modes that weren't officially
Yeah.
marketed as part of the Triple Changer
I remember
range. For
Scorponok
example,
was
the
one.
horror cons, the various
Always throw a base mode on.
cities, and the
Yeah, horror cons, we did learn about them.
Power Master
If you want it-
Mercenary Double Dealer.
Oh, we'll
and
learn
many
about
I have this toy. It's really
in
fun.
subsequent
I have that
series,
toy
from the
too.
Beast era to the live-action movies and beyond. The ability of a
I
toy
don't
to
consider the
control
Transmetals.
3 modes is one of the most popular and
But there are
enduring
people who
gimmicks
will,
in the
which is why he's
Transformers
featuring
them.
franchise.
I mean,
While
out of all of the
Triple
gimmicks, I feel like this is the easiest one to replicate.
Easy to replicate, but hard to do well.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you put in the effort, it should be fine, though.
Like, what the fuck are we looking at right now?
Scorpion tank.
Construction equipment.
changer.
That's
has
what
a
it's
history
labeled
of
under.
being used a bit haphazardly,
Yeah.
officially applied only to some.
Yeah,
of
that
these
one was
toys,
barely a
but
triple
not to
changer. A
others.
fucking
That
awesome
doesn't really
toy, but
matter.
barely a triple
In fact,
changer.
pretty
Yeah.
much
I wanted
always
it
called
badly.
any robot with 3 modes a triple changer.
I mean,
And
yeah,
not many people
every
are
robot that has 3 modes is basically a triple changer.
And it's gonna
I
be the easy
assure
label
you.
to slap onto it.
I assure you, Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave wasn't.
Well, we're going to
It
go
was
through this.
barely a
Seriously, I'm going to
transformation.
argue with you if you do.
Everyone will argue.
But
Yeah.
triple changers were only the beginning. Over the years,
I have
building
both
on
the
concept
6 shots,
they
and I
had
love
produced,
them.
More multi-changing Transformers
so
toys would be
bad.
created that had even more modes than 3.
Yeah.
Characters
I don't know
like
things.
Oh, I got that one too, but
Zone,
it
Optimal
broke when I transformed it.
Okay, we're gonna add a.
Optimus from Beast Wars, and Shockwave from
Oh,
Transformers.
yeah.
Actually,
X-Men
had Optimus.
had
Oh,
4
I
modes apiece,
always wanted
while
that, but
the 6
I don't have it.
changers, like Decepticon Weapon of Mass Destruction 6 Shot and his Autobot
Phase
Sonic
6
Quick
Officer.
Switch, had 6 forms each.
One
But
of these
top
is
the
better
heap
than the
is
other.
Megatron from
Ah, yes, I
2001's
remember this story.
Robots in Disguise. He
Oh,
had
yeah, another one of my
6
grails.
modes: Robot, Two-Headed Dragon, Jet, Bat,
You,
Dragster.
want to know how to get me to
Giant
want a toy?
But
What?
when he
Make
was
it
upgraded
weird.
Yeah. That's understandable. But let's calm it down. I know you guys want every toy on this list because you want every Transformers toy. Let's be honest here.
Yes.
Yeah.
God.
to Galvatron, he gained 4 more: Hydrofoil, Mammoth, Pterodactyl,
Those are a bit
Griffin,
debatable.
for 10 total, making him
Still
the
crazy.
Transformers
Again, he
toy
has to
with
he
the
has to feature it because
single
there will be
largest
people
number of
who will
alt modes
riot
currently
if he
on
doesn't
record.
talk about it.
Now, at times, media
Also, there's an
will
11th
depict a
mode,
Transformer
allegedly.
with multiple alternate modes,
Yeah.
but their toys will
The
still
Dark
remain
Ages of
one.
Triple
For instance,
Changers,
Autobots Samurai
aka
and
Age of
Drift
Extinction.
from the 2014 live-action movie Age of Extinction.
Meaning
triple changed into both a
no triple
helicopter
changing.
and a Bugatti
Yeah.
Veyron sports car on screen.
They didn't even give him a
The
new
sheer
mold for the
complexity of
helicopter.
live-action movie character
They did,
designs
though.
No, they didn't. That's a retool.
Alright.
has meant that no triple changing toys of him have been released, with separate figures instead
Not
being
officially,
made
anyway.
for his car and copter modes.
Yeah.
The same was true of
They did the
Shatter
same
and
with Shatter and
the
Dropkick.
triple-changing Decepticon
Dropkick.
villains of 2018's Bumblebee movie. And
But, like,
the Autobot heroes of Rescue Bots.
I'm a bit more willing to
who
let
made
those
sequel
slide.
series, Rescue Bots
Ooh, those look
Academy,
kinda cool.
who all acquired at
Yeah, I
least
just acknowledge the
3
Rescue Bots
forms.
is physically
The
impossible and move on with my day.
Alright,
Y-
then.
yeah, they're designed to be cartoons first.
Yeah.
I own 2 Heat Waves, and I'm happy owning 2 Heat Waves.
In Fire Truck, Boat,
What else are you gonna do?
Brontosaurus forms, and Hotshot, who could become an ATV, a jet, a hovercraft, and a fire
car mode
engine
kinda
for
works.
5 modes total. Some stories even feature rare examples of
I don't know how we got
Transformers
away
the
with
power
hiding
to
this.
turn
I
into
remember this.
anything they want at any
They
time.
sold the pink
More
Bumblebee
on
toy
them in a
like
minute.
twice.
So, what makes these Transformers
One of them was
special?
sold before it
Why
was sold
can
as
they
Bumblebee.
assume multiple modes when
Shush,
most
shush, shush.
Cybertronians
They're
can't?
listening.
Well, the original series didn't offer any explanation. Oddly, beyond a note in Blitzwing and Astro Train's profiles that said they could transform faster than other Transformers, classic media didn't treat the Triple Changer's powers as anything strange or unusual, and provided no origin for them.
Designated
Japanese media
boss.
kept it vague, depicting 6 changers as having somehow simply learned to transform into multiple forms.
Well, yeah,
Through years
fucking
of study
ninjutsu.
with the mysterious ninja transformer clan, the 6 Clan.
At least in
their
the
changeable
Japanese,
bodies reflecting a mercurial nature
in the
that
Japanese
made them
continuity.
prone to switching sides.
Oh.
Later series
then.
would explore a variety of different methods by which regular Transformers could gain additional modes. For
Wolfie, cover your
example,
eyes.
in
Spoilers.
Beast
Oh my
Wars,
God.
exposure to unearthly energies mutated
We're
the
still
bodies
watching
of
through
some
it, so it's fine. But yeah, don't worry.
Transformers, endowing them with extra modes.
It's not like
In
learning this is going to affect
Transformers
anything.
Animated, this series' version of Blitzwing was physically rebuilt into a triple changer, but he was driven insane by the process, winding up
Canonically,
with multiple personalities. One for
An
each mode.
inevitability for the
In
process.
Rescue Bots, a bot
Ah.
needed only to go through a preparatory period of meditation and concentration to gather the strength needed to scan an additional mode. While in
Which is
Rescuebots Academy, the young
kinda
Rescue Bot
interesting,
recruits acquired multi-changing
because
abilities.
these share a timeline with Prime.
We're
The closest thing we have to a triple changer there is Arachnid.
not gonna get into that. Because I remember the aligned continuity thing. I'm like, no. We're not gonna get into that.
It works better than you think.
It's
No.
actually
By
pretty
upgrading
comprehensive.
themselves with ancient
It's only until
technology
It's only
known as
until R8 is
multi-cogs.
when it actually starts like
But perhaps the most notable look at the origins
Slipping.
of multi-changing was provided by Dreamwave Productions comic books. In this series, the ability to assume multiple alternate modes was presented as a rare genetic trait, naturally possessed by
okay.
only a small number of Transformers, encoded deep in their sparks from the moment of their creation.
Here's the one I
Blitzwing
go
was
with
the
my
first to
headcanon.
manifest the power when his body began spontaneously mutating, growing the parts of a second alternate mode. Fascinated by the potential this mutation held,
of course.
to enable
Blitzwing is the
evolution
biggest
of
continuity
Transformer
error in
race,
this entire
Decepticon
goddamn
scientist Shockwave
timeline.
studied Blitzwing and learned how to replicate the process in other Transformers with the required genetic potential. Decepticons
Are we
and
surprised?
Autobots alike,
Because, like,
creating the other
'cause, like,
original triple changers.
He wasn't being consistently
The comics
drawn,
intended to
and the implication was originally Shockwave just flat out made him.
I'll turn
IDW.
you down a bit.
Hang on. Dreamwave Productions Transformers not being drawn accurately frame to frame. I'm sorry, did
Well,
Val just salivate over a Wolfman?
Just issue to issue whether or not Blitzwing was even present for, should have been present for a fight, whether or not he should have had his triple changer kibble.
Guys. We can do this in
Sorry.
another episode.
When else are we going to talk about triple
and
changers?
Autobots
When
alike,
Blitzwing is
creating the
around.
Other original triple changers.
Well, I mean, we could
The
watch this
comics
episode.
intended to introduce Six Shot as another
Oh.
product of Shockwave's experiments, but Dreamwave went out
And
of
then
business
Pat
before
Lee
the
stole
story
the
could be
money.
told. This idea of multi-changing as a rare genetic ability was
That
notably
is
revisited in
interesting.
the 2010s as part of the aligned continuity. This universe introduced a breed of multi-changing Transformers known as shifters, who were able to transform into any form they wanted, able even to duplicate the appearance of other robots.
That's kind of
These
horrifying.
Transformers, who included the Decepticon spies Makeshift and Pseudo, had inherited this ability from Amalgamus Prime, one
Oh.
of the legendary 13 primes from Cybertron's
That's
primordial
worrying.
past, who were the
Yep.
templates on which the Cybertronian race was based. Amalgamus was the first Cybertronian
Ooh, no.
with the power to transform, able to assume any shape he desired, and it was from him that all Transformers inherited a simplified version of his shape-changing power. The Shifters, however, inherited the full extent of his infinite transformation ability.
Crazy.
And while it's never been directly stated, if the Shifters' abilities are the result of their close genetic connection to Amalgamus, perhaps we can assume that the Triple Changers, Six Changers, and other
That's
multi-changing
probably-
Transformers
yeah.
share a diluted version of that same genetic link. Now, to wrap up, let's bring things full circle. Remember that helicopter triple changer from Diaclone? Well, even
Yeah.
though the toy wasn't
Relegated
released
to
as a
background
Transformer,
appearances.
it has still made it into Transformers media.
Oh, cool.
In 2002, the robot appeared in Dreamwave's War Within comic book.
Hi,
as a
Exhaust. How you
Decepticon
doing?
named Fumes. While
Oh.
in 2016,
You know, just existing.
stories from the Transformers Collectors
Being
Club
banned by
featured
people who don't
two
want cigarettes on
characters based
children's toys.
Silent but brutally efficient Decepticon Rotorbolt and
YouTube's
Amnesiac
being
Autobot.
annoying again.
Two characters based on it. Silent but brutally efficient Decepticon Rotorbolt and Amnesiac Autobot Skyclick. From 3 modes to 3 bots with 3 names. A true triple changer, if ever there was one.
Fumes. The other.
And
It
those
is
are the
kind of
basics
crazy.
on triple changers, 6 changers, and all the rest. Thanks to
Yeah.
Amelia for sponsoring this.
Well, we've always had from as far as I can tell, we've always had Transformers that have more than just 2 forms. And we probably always will.
It's a fun toy.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then there's the Omnibots that are somewhere in between.
uh,
As I was gonna say.
good news.
What do you all at home think of the triple changers? Do you think they're silly? Do you think, well, some of the toys look good? Because I'll be honest, some of the ones that try to do Blitzwing don't look all that good to me because transforming from a tank and a jet kind of makes it hard.
Yeah, I'd argue most Blitzwing toys manage it. It's just thrilling 30.
Anyway.
Well, my Springer transforms just fine.
Anyway.
Isn't that still just evac in green?
I'm going to say thank you all so much if you want to see more. If you want to see us watch the Transformers, head over to the Patreon. Every one of those parts is a single, just $1 a month. Just $1. Help me with $1 and then you can get all that stuff and get more. A lot more, in fact. Anyway.
Accumulate multitudes.
By doing that, you can help me continue to do this. Because that money helps keeping me alive. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you all there. Like, comment, subscribe if you want more, and tell us what episode you want next. There, guys.